On July 10, 2025, Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis hosted a pivotal regular season showdown as the Indiana Fever welcomed the Golden State Valkyries. In a game that carried extra intrigue with Caitlin Clark returning from groin injury, the Valkyries asserted their ascendancy with an 80-61 victory, underscoring their rapid rise and Indiana's continuing inconsistency. Welcome to Jintatski Sports, your spot for all things sports. From legendary moments and big-time plays to inspiring stories and deep dives, we bring you the content that keeps the game alive. If you love sports as much as we do, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. The contest opened as a tactical chess match. Indiana's guard set a blistering pace. Ari McDonald sliced past defenders for an early mid-range jumper, and Aliyah Boston backed down her opponent before feeding Kayla for a high-arc turnaround layup at the 8:45 mark. Just 33 seconds later, Golden State's own backcourt struck back. Kayla Thornton drained a left-wing three to even the score. Both teams traded blows through crisp ball movement and physical drives. But it was Lexi Hull's finger roll off a pin-down screen at the buzzer that edged the Fever to a narrow 23-21 lead, hinting at the balance that would soon tip. The second quarter produced the game's decisive run. At the 9:23 mark, Veronica Burton executed a full-court trap on Caitlin Clark, prying the ball away and racing to the rim with a no-look pass to Carla Leite for an easy layup. That turnover ignited an 11-0 spurt, and by the 2:30 warning, Indiana's offense had gone dark. In under 9 minutes, the Valkyries extended that burst into an 18-0 run, a staggering 16-point swing that turned a 27-23 deficit into a 45-32 halftime lead. Transition buckets accounted for nearly a quarter of Golden State scoring, a testament to their relentless full-court pressure and Indiana's schematic breakdowns. Indiana emerged from halftime determined to reclaim its rhythm. Coach Christy Sides drilled Titan help-side rotations, and early in the third, Hull's crafty baseline finish and Timpson's high-arching hook shot pulled the Fever within 9. Yet Golden State remained composed. At 6:07, Thornton unleashed a sidestep triple that slammed the door on Indiana's momentum. Leia Tisha Amihir drove off a set screen at 2:14 to restore a comfortable margin, and Temi Fagbenel's corner three in the closing seconds of the period stretched the lead to 68-51. By outscoring the Fever 23-19 in the third, the Valkyries deflated the home crowd's hopes. The final quarter confirmed Golden State's mastery of pace and personnel. Even with Caitlin Clark back in the lineup, she finished with 10 points on 4. For 12 shooting, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and 4 turnovers, Indiana could not snap its offensive slump. McDonald's pull-up jumper at 7:10 briefly trimmed the deficit, but Burton's second three of the night at 6:32 quelled any resurgence. When Timpson's lone layup landed with 1:11 remaining, the outcome was sealed. Golden State closed the frame 16-10, converting every miss into points before the 15,000-strong crowd could react. The final horn signaled an emphatic 80-61 victory for the Valkyries, born of a second-quarter blitz and unwavering discipline. Indiana shot just 30.9% from the field and a season-low 22.2%, 6 for 27 from 3, hampered by 18 turnovers against a Valkyries defense that thrives on pressure and switching. Golden State, by contrast, converted at a 37.1% clip and knocked down 37.5%, 12 for 32 of its threes, their unselfish ball movement and veteran savvy dictating the game's flow. Despite Clark's 6 assists and 5 rebounds highlighting her growing facilitator role, Indiana's half-court sets stagnated under switch-heavy traps, forcing contested shots instead of rhythm-driven looks. Boston's 15 and 12 double-double and McDonald's early transition bursts illustrated Indiana's peaks. The challenge remains sustaining those moments over 40 minutes. Indiana's foundational strength lies in interior tenacity and aggressive ball pressure. Aliyah Boston's bully post play demands constant help defense, opening kick-out opportunities, while Ari McDonald's full-court activity sparks easy transition points. Lexi Hull and Sophie Cunningham add valuable bench scoring, reflecting the team's depth. Yet their glaring weakness is predictability when Clark is trapped. Without a reliable secondary creator, the Fever's half-court sets stall, and their 22.2% three-point accuracy leaves them exposed against sagging defenses. The immediate opportunity is to diversify with mid-range pick-and-pop actions for Boston and Hull, stretching opponents and carving driving lanes for Clark and McDonald. Implementing staggered off-ball screens, curls, and slips for Hull can disrupt aggressive traps. Elevating Demiris Dantas as a stretch big would force help defenders onto the arc, loosening congestion in the paint. Failure to address these tactical gaps risks protracted, stalled possessions when transition is denied, a fatal flaw in playoff-caliber matchups. In their next War Room session, Coach Christie Sides will replay the critical 18-0 swing in excruciating detail, pausing on each defensive rotation lapse and turnover to extract clear lessons. Defensive drills will emphasize mid-game trap resets with verbal cues like show left, recover, and tag help, ingraining footwork and communication. Offensively, the staff will roll out new mid-range pick-and-pop series for Boston and Hull, complete with staggered off-ball curls and slips designed to puncture switch-heavy coverages. Lexi Hull will spearhead secondary creator drills in staggered pick-and-roll settings, mastering pull-up rhythms when Clark is doubled. Rebounding and outlet sessions will underscore how securing boards fuels controlled transition, reducing forced half-court dribbles. Finally, mental resilience scrimmages, simulating a 7-point deficit with 3 minutes left, will harden composure and fortify the next woman-up ethos essential for postseason resilience. Golden State's blueprint is built on balanced firepower and suffocating defense. Kayla Thornton's 21 points showcase her all-star scoring prowess, while Veronica Burton's 16-point breakout performance adds perimeter stifling and transition spark. Veteran Tiffany Hayes provides late-quarter poise. Cecilia Zandalicini's three-point gravity creates driving lanes, and depth contributors Carla Leite and Temi Fagbennel ensure unwavering momentum. Their switch and recover rotations and full-court traps created 18 fast break points, exemplifying a defense-to-offense identity. Even so, early quarter hesitation and half-court sets revealed a need for continuity. To refine starts, scripting quick elevator screens and dribble handoff slip actions for Thornton and Burton will generate catch-and-shoot openings before opponents lock in traps. Rotational depth, in particular alternating Laetitia Amahir with Monique Billings in closing lineups, will bolster interior rebounding and conservation of starter energy. Managing minutes and integrating strategic rest will be critical to sustain their transition-heavy brand as the season intensifies. Coach Tanisha Wright's blueprint will catalog Indiana's offensive stalls, using split-screen film to illustrate how her team's full-court pressure cascaded into turnovers. Practices will feature live-action pick-and-roll simulations, rotating defenders through Burton's on-ball traps and Thornton's switch-and-recover triggers to cement instinctual communication. Offensively, curl and slip elevator screen drills will train Thornton and Burton to attack defenses before traps can form. High-intensity scrimmages will embed Fagbennel, Carla Leite, and Kate Martin into late-game rotations, preserving starter freshness and ensuring interior stability. Turnover avoidance sessions, safe entry passes under duress, will maintain unselfish ball movement. A strategic minute management plan with scheduled rest intervals will keep the Valkyries' relentless energy intact as they press toward the postseason. Golden State's 80-61 victory over Indiana underscored a championship blueprint of balanced scoring, lockdown defense, and depth on demand. After the game, Kayla Thornton reflected, "Our traps sparked runs, but our gratitude for each other and trust in our system turned stops into buckets." Analyst Rebecca Lobo hailed the performance as a modern WNBA masterclass. Versatility, pace, and collective depth setting the standard. With Caitlin Clark back in play for the Fever and the Valkyries firing on all cylinders, the question remains, whose blueprint will endure once the playoffs arrive? Let's debate in the comments. Thanks for watching Jintatski Sports. If that video hit home or gave you something to think about, drop a like and let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories that bring the heart of sports to life. Until next time, stay inspired and keep chasing greatness.